Hey boys and girls, how you guys doing today? Today is Wednesday's story time with Curious George. And he brought a book about him. Different Adventures of Curious George. And our first story we're going to read is about Curious George goes to the zoo. So he's going to hang over here while I read the story, okay? And you stay right there, okay? And this is Curious George. The best days, the busy days with Curious George. And this is done Margaret and H.A. Ray. So the first one is going to be Curious George goes to the zoo. Very, very fun. And this one is written by Cynthia Platt. This is George. George is a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George was feeling very, very excited. The man with the yellow hat was taking him to the zoo. Oh, he's so excited. They're going to the zoo. See that? He's got zoo tickets. Wow. As they drove, the man explained to George that this wasn't just any zoo that they were going to visit. It's called the Wild Animal Park. Ooh. The man said, all of the animals roam around freely. Wow. So they are off to the zoo, leaving their house. What color is that house? The roof of that house. That color is what? Red. That's right. Oh, look, they're on their way to the zoo. And what color is their car? Is that blue? Yes, their car is blue. Good job. When they arrived, George saw a huge banner. George looked up at it, but he could not read the words. A friendly zookeeper explained, it's an extra special day here at the Wild Animal Park. It's our baby rhino's first birthday. We're going to have a party for her later on. A party? This was going to be a wonderful trip to the zoo, George thought. Here they are. Party for the rhino. They're getting ready to go into the zoo. And it says Wild Animal Park is the big banner up top. So it's a rhino's going to have their birthday. George tried to walk into the park where the animals were, but the zookeeper stopped him. You can't walk in there, she said. To explore the zoo, you have to ride in one of our special cars. She pointed out to a huge car that had no roof on it. Oh my, what fun this was going to be. George and his friend climbed on board, and the car drove into the park. So you try to go in that way? Nope, can't go that way, George. But he got a special car. Look, he's climbing on the top of the roof. And look at that car. It's like a Jeep, but doesn't it look like it's... Looks kind of like a zebra colors, right? Zebra. Soon they were in the midst of the Wild Animal Park. Look, over there, said the zookeeper. There's our pride of lions. We have a large family here. George pointed in another direction. Yes, George, said the zookeeper. I see the giraffes, too. Their tall necks help them eat leaves from the treetops. And there are 2 ostriches running this way also. George was happy to be seeing so many amazing animals. Yeah. Okay, so here's the lions, the pride of the lions. They call them a pride, a group of them. Here's some elephants. Here's the ostriches running. Some zebras. See? It looks like their Jeep, the zebras. And there's the giraffes. Eating high up in the tree, the leaves. The zoo car drove past a small pond. Pink flamingos waded in the water. Their heads bobbed up and down as they walked on spindly legs. The flamingos turned pink because they eat so many tiny pink shrimp, said the zookeeper. But George was not listening. He was watching the zebra. Okay. Oh. So here they are. There's the zebra George is watching. There's the flamingos. And they're pink. He had never seen flamingos before. He was curious about how those flamingos were moving. He leaned out of the back of the zoo car as far as he could to take a look. But then, oh, what happened? Uh-oh. He's leaning over the car too far. Oh, I hope he doesn't fall. Uh-oh. First, George lost his balance. Then he fell, kerplunk, right out of the zoo car. His friends hadn't noticed that he had fallen. They kept driving away. George ran as quickly as a little monkey could towards the pond. The flamingos bobbed their heads and lifted their feet one at a time. It looked like they were dancing. George danced with them. Oh, he fell. Look at him, he's falling. Fell out of the track. Now he's with the flamingos. And he's dancing with them. Suddenly the water in the pond started to move. Then a hippo popped his head out from under the water. What a surprise! George stopped dancing to take a look. The hippo opened his huge mouth as if it were yawning. George opened his mouth wide too. It was fun to act like a hippo. Let's open up our mouth like a hippo. Here's the hippo. There's George. There's hippo. He's got his mouth open. George got his mouth open too. Open up your mouth like a hippo. Ah. Okay. Just then, George noticed that something was rustling in the reeds near the pond. George was curious. He wanted to see what was there. In an instant, he jumped over to the reeds. He poked his nose inside and saw a baby rhino. The tiny rhino was cute, super cute. But he looked a little bit sad and a little bit lonely. So these are the reeds, the big bushes in the water. Those are called reeds. And he sees somebody there. He gets closer, and it's the baby rhino. It's the baby rhino who's going to have the birthday party, I betcha. Do you think, is it? Yeah? Oh, really? Awesome. George wanted to make the baby rhino feel happy again. He thought and thought maybe the baby rhino would like the flamingo dance. He jumped and bobbed his head and danced his feet up and down, trying to make the baby rhino laugh. The baby rhino peeked his head out of the reeds so that she could watch. George danced more and the rhino walked out of the reeds. She was curious too at the way George was dancing. They were having so much fun that George didn't notice what was behind him. So, George is doing the dance. The flamingo dance. And he's dancing with the baby rhino. There's a zookeeper back there behind him. The zookeeper stomped over to George. She did not look very happy. The man with the yellow hat was running behind her. You are a naughty little monkey, said the zookeeper. You're supposed to stay in your car. You and your friend will have to go now. George walked to the man's side. He waved goodbye to the baby rhino. The man and the zookeeper turned to see whom George was waving to. The baby rhino. Why, we've been looking for her all day, said the zookeeper. She got separated from her mom. So the zookeeper didn't know that George was talking to the baby rhino. So George found the baby rhino. Everybody's happy now. And did you hear that? That's why the baby rhino was sad. Because the baby got separated from its mother. George was glad to see the zookeeper looking happy again. He and the man started walking towards the exit. The zookeeper ran to stop them. Thank you for finding our baby rhino, George. And just in time for her birthday party. Will you join us for some cake? George jumped with glee. Whoopee! He had forgotten about the party. He did love cake very, very much. The man and George followed the zookeeper and the baby rhino back to zoo headquarters. The rhino's mother was waiting there for her. So they get to go to the party. Oh, I see some monkeys in the tree. Look at those monkeys way up there in the tree. The baby found his mommy. The baby's happy now. Mommy's giving baby a kiss. Oops. The zookeeper brought out a special birthday cake that was shaped like a rhino. George had never seen a cake like that before. You can have the first piece, George, said the zookeeper. I also have a special treat just for you. She placed a bunch of bananas in front of him. George was very happy to have a tasty banana. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But he saved room for some cake, too. Yummy, yummy for my tummy. George loved the cake and his banana treat. Here they are at the birthday party. The end. Oh, look at that. They all had a good time. Wow, George. That was fun. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah. Okay, come over here. Let's do this. He's hanging upside down here. Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll have to read another story next time. That was fun. Do you guys want to read another story next time with George? And George can come back? Would you like that, George? Would you like to come back? Yeah? Okay. George wants to come back. Look, he's happy. Okay, we can come back. And we'll do another story. Okay, well, this is Wednesday. We'll do a story on Friday. How about that? This Friday, in 2 days, we can do another story. Okay, would you do that for us? Thank you. He's so funny. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, boys and girls. We'll see you guys later. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, you're saying goodbye? Okay, you're saying goodbye. See you guys later. We love you. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye.